Persistence class. Persistence class. Yes, please. Anyone? Kuntal, please try to explain this.
It's one type of class which we can use for the crude operation.
Mm, and how it does actually?
When we
Just
define it in the class, there is some option, right, for the persistence, whether we can define as a abstract, whether we can define as a final class. But practically speaking, I didn't
I
know
got
this
I
class.
got that part. I got that part. That's what I want to understand. Like you said, it is going to help us to perform CRUD operation, correct?
Mhm. Yes.
So that's how it is going to help us.
Yeah,
That's what
I
I want
didn't
to understand.
use this. I just know this theoretically, but I didn't practically. I
Mhm.
didn't use this.
Okay, 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 no problem. That's great. You still know it. Any other opinion on that? Anyone else? So, as Kuntal said, the purpose of persistence class is to perform database related operation. Is to perform database related operations like insert, update, and delete. Also, one more thing, the name of the persistence class must start with CL. So if it is a custom class, it will become ZCL. Name must start with this one. Otherwise, it will
Just
not be.
only
Yeah.
one question. Suppose if
Yes.
I
Yes.
just going to create a persistence class, so always I will try it for the ZCL, or if you just put any other name, will it not create any persistence?
No, no, it will not
Or
act as a persistence class. If you will
okay,
select, it will give you some problem. Let me show you.
okay.
Let me just show you. If I'll go to H24 here, and here, let's say I'm giving persistence class, create. So if I select here class, and let's say I'm giving a short description. So if I select here persistence, we can only instance non-abstract persistent class in this protected as. Let's go for save. See this. Can you see this?
Yes, yes, yes.
So by default, it will give you error. You can go for this way. If it is a persistence class, if we want to perform a database operation here, name must start with CL, and for custom classes, it will become ZCL. Now what happens is when you activate a persistent class, system automatically creates something for us. Let me just show you that. So whenever you are going to create a persistent class, when you activate your persistence class, system will automatically generate some co-helper classes. Basically two co-helper classes here. Yeah, not some, two co-helper classes. Yeah. First one will be CA, known as actor class or agent class. And the second one will be CB. It will be known as base class. So two classes it is going to automatically generate at the runtime. And we will see that these helper classes will contain the access of this class. Let's see this, how things are going to happen. So for that, suppose one table I have, which I'm going to use, one custom table I have, and this custom table is employee table. I have got one custom table which I want to use for this purpose. And here, suppose I have got 6 columns: ID, name, department, manager, salary, currency. Total 6 fields I have. And if I check the data, I have got few records also. Correct. For the same purpose, I have got few records also. So using this table, suppose I want to create a persistence class. Let's see this. I will go to SE24 and I will try ZCL employee management. Create it. Employee persistence class. Yeah, I will select it as a persistence. Yeah, okay. And let's go for save. Pass the package and transport request. So as soon as you will create a persistent class, what you are going to see, automatically it is implementing this interface if OS underscore state. You can see this. Automatically the system is implementing this interface. Yeah, state management for a managed object. You can go and check this interface. Yeah, who is there in the lobby? Please allow Dhanlakshmi. Okay. So automatically it is implementing this interface, and you can see here handle exception, get init, lots of methods are there. So this is at automatically, and it has got some methods which is getting also implemented here. Yeah. So this is your class here. Now you can simply add, what you can do is you can simply add your table here. So go to this utilities section, and here, wait a second. Give me 1 second. There is an urgent call. Sorry for the disturbance. So we have our class name. Now we are required to add our table here. So how we will add it? Click on go to here, and you will go for this persistent represent here. Automatically the system is going to ask you about the table details. So I will bring my table name. This is my table. I will copy here, Control C, and I will do Control V here. Let's go for OK button. Now automatically, as soon as you will pass, you can see here all the columns will be assigned. Yeah. So now what we are required to do is we will bring all these columns here. Select on this. You can simply select this and you can bring it here. Wait. Yeah. Now select this. It's not coming. Wait. Choose. Yeah. So you will scroll down, right click on the columns, and you will choose, and you can see here now it is there. So you will select it. Automatically one by one it will come here. All the columns that you want to implement CRUD, you can simply bring it above. Salary, currency, yeah, all the columns I want to use it. Then I will click on save button. You can see here automatically it has generated everything. Now I will activate it. I will go back, and when I will go back, you see here, can you see get currency, get department, get employee ID, get employee name, get manager. Automatically it has generated instance method, set currency for all our columns, set department, set manager, set salary. See, correct? Everyone, can you see this?
Yes,
Yeah. So what this is going to do, as soon as you will pass your class name, as soon as pass your class name, system will generate the getters and setters method. Yeah, getters and setter methods for your columns. But if you check, you do not have here set employee ID. You do not have here set employee ID. You have get employee ID, but you do not have set employee ID. Why? Because your employee ID is the primary key here. Primary key cannot be updated. It can only be created. Correct? That's why it is not generated anything. So now you can simply activate the class. You see here automatically it is generating each and every stuff. Even the class actor and a base class is also getting generated. See, the object is ready. Now you can simply copy this name and you can check it. Go to AC24 again. Go to AC24 again and check your actor and classes here. So instead of CL, write CA. Agent class will be there. Display. See, yeah. And go for base class is there. DB. Yeah. So these two classes will have your required data, which is going to help you to perform the CRUD operations here. Is it okay? Or any questions here?
Amit, I have one question. So
Yes, yes, please.
basically there is a two class which is get generated when we are just going to activate the persistence class. So what is the
Mm-hmm.
purpose? Suppose what is the purpose of having these two
Yes,
classes,
yes.
get class and
I
persistence
am
class?
coming to that. I am coming to that. Now we have got our getter and setter methods, correct? All of them are instance methods, right? All of them are instance method. So if you check the properties here, can I create the object of this class? Tell me this. When I create the object of this class, instance generation is protected. So I cannot directly create the object of this class. If you go and check it, if you try to create it, let's create a program, persistence class, persistence class. So if I try to create here object, let's see what will happen. Data keyword, hello object, new class name. An instance of this employee management class can only be created within the class itself or within its subclasses. Why? Because it is protected. You will never ever have the direct access of this class. That is a problem here. You will never ever have the direct access of this class. That will always be a problem. So in this situation, this guy is going to help you. This helper class will help you. Yeah. So now if you go and check this agent class, let's see the magic. If you go back and check either the base class, here properties is abstract, so you cannot directly create this one also. But if you check the agent class properties, here it is also private. You cannot directly create it. But if you check the attribute section here, yeah, if you check the attribute section, you are going to see something which you can use. You see, there is one agent attribute. It is static in nature, public, and what is the reference it has? Type reference to this agent class. So we can have the object of this agent class using this attribute. It will return the object. Can you see this? Right? Of the same thing. Correct? Getting it, Kuntal?
Yes, yes, sir. Okay.
So we can have the object of this abstract class. Let's see this. I will just pass it here. Data hello agent is equal to new keyword class name. And since it is a static attribute, we can use this double arrow and this agent. So this will return, oh sorry, not new keyword, it's just a property access. Yeah. So what it is going to return? This will return the object of agent class. This will return the object of agent class. Now we have the object of agent class. So let's start with create operation first. I want to perform some creation. So now let's check this agent. We have the object of it. So if you go and check the methods it has, so it will have lots of methods which you can use. It has lots of method you can see here. But I want to perform create operation. I cannot directly perform create operation from my persistence class because we cannot create a direct object of it. But if you check here, there you will find out one create persistence method. Generate a new persistent object with the key. You see here. And if you check this parameter here, what is the object it is returning? Everyone, what is the object it is returning? Is it returning the object of our persistent class?
Yes,
And is it taking the primary key as an input
yes, from the
or
table. Yes,
employee ID? So this is automatic here. You can just use it. So once you have the agent class, you can call its create persistent method, create persistent. Yeah, there is one catch also. So I'll pass try block here and try. And I can pass my employee ID here. So suppose I want to create what type of data is there in my table. Let me check. It is there up to 115. Okay, let's pass 116. And it will return the object of our persistence class. So I'll create one reference of it, data keyword, LO underscore persistent, type ref to our persistent class. Where is it? CL employee management. I'll paste it here and then I will receive it. So LO underscore persistent. Yeah. Okay. Check it. No error. Now, once we have our object, we can go for those setters, correct? So now we can directly call all these setter methods, set currency, set department, set employee name, set manager, right? And it will be created. So let's see this. Call everything. LO underscore persistent, set employee name. So here I will be passing my employee name. Let's say Untal. Yeah. LO persistent. Set department. Yeah. I'll pass a department for it. All the setter methods now you can directly call. Let's say ABAPer. So SAP ABAP, persistent, set manager, and I'll be passing some XYZ as manager. Yeah, persistent. So everything is going to be a method here. Set manager, set salary. Yeah, salary here, let's say 10,000 US dollar. Hello currency. Sorry, hello persistent. Set underscore currency. Set underscore currency. And suppose I'm passing here euro. All these setter methods we are calling directly. Yeah, we are calling directly here. Set currency, set department, set employee name, set manager, set salary. See? Yeah, right. Okay. And once it is done, we can simply do the commit work and we can check the data is getting saved or not. Commit work. Size of RP equal to 0. We can give a success message here. Message employee data created. Otherwise, we can go for else block. Message employee data cannot be created. Right? Now check this. And it, yeah. How much step needed? Only create persistent. Rest just we once we got the object of our uh, persistent class. Now we can simply call the setters and we can display it. So check this one. Employee data created. Now if I'll retry, let's check this. So here document was cancelled. Okay. Yeah, see this. We have got our record added 116. If we want something else, let's say I want 117. I'll pass 17 here. I'll change this name to, let's say, Digvijay. Activate it. Same approach. Employee data got created. I'll refresh it. 170. CRUD operation. That's your create. That's your create. Everyone, is it okay? Or any questions on this create operation? Hmm? Why so much silence? Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, for me,
Yes.
Everyone? Samya, Rashmi, Dhanlakshmi, is it okay?
Yes.
So
Yes.
everything is
Clear.
all about method only. Here, if you see, there is your get persistent method. If you want to perform read operation or update operation, you can check whether this key exists or not. So same thing we can try here. Now, if we want to perform other than this stuff, I will simply comment it out. Comment this block. And I will try for get persistent this time. So hello agent get persistent. See this? This has also got one catch, so I'll pass here try and it try. And again here, suppose I want to change the value of 115. 115 is there. Yeah, 115. Rajat Kumar. Okay. It will return the object of our class. So we already have our reference. Let's store it there. Hello persistent. So if it is available, then we can perform it. So here we can simply write if size of RC equal to 0 or if hello persistent is not initial, we can write it. So everything we can now change. For this 115, what are the values available? Rajat Kumar, ABAP Development Manager is Amrit Raj, salary is 2 and euro, correct? So let's change this value. Let's make it to employee name is Nikhil, ABAP as let's say SAP Technical, and some manager name as Abhishek, and let's say 200 US dollar. And this time the message can be employee data updated. Let's see this. Activate. Employee data updated. So it's working. We can refresh it and see 115. Nikhil, SAP Technical, Abhishek, 200 and US dollars. Yeah. So this is how we can perform update operation here. This is how we can perform the update operation, correct? And if you
But
want to perform, yeah, tell me.
but sorry, one question. But if we want to just use it as a for update multiple records, so we can call it in a loop inside this persistence
Yes, definitely. You can call it inside a loop, but here things will change in that situation. Now.
in a work
Here you
area.
will have to pass the value as a work area column, correct? Inside the loop itself. So everything will occur at the runtime. Then this thing, it will be inside the loop also. You can try
And same
this.
thing we yeah, and same thing we can update in any standard table also like VBAK, VBAP,
Yes.
Elifable,
No, no,
Mara.
no, no. See. Does SAP always recommend ever recommends to directly perform any operation on the standard tables without using BAPIs? They
If we
never
use the
recommend.
insert, if we use
No, no, no.
insert and modify it, okay.
It is okay, you can use it, but please understand the situation. No? There are lots of columns which are interdependent on each other.
Mhm.
You might not get the error, but they never recommends it. That's why they have given BAPIs for all the CRUD operation. If you are using here, you are using here standard tables. If you will try to use a standard table, please understand for how many columns you will have, it will generate the setter and getter. Can you please try to understand it? See, the 300 columns or 400 columns will be there. So it will become relatively difficult. They already have given BAPIs for that purpose.
Yes. I
Use it
get
for that.
I got it.
Yeah. So get persistent is there. And if you want to perform, let's say delete operation, they have also given one delete persistent here. You can check this. CA, yeah, delete persistent. Let's call this one this time. And let's delete one of the records. So this setter is not needed for delete purpose. I will comment it out. And I will call the delete persistent. So hello agent delete persistent. It is just asking for employee ID. See this. So try and try and try. We can pass any of them. Just we created 115. Let's remove that. I will comment out this one also. Commit work and employee data deleted. Deleted. Yeah. We don't need this get persistent anymore. Comment it out. So let's check it. Syntax check. Activate. 115. Employee data deleted. And I will do the refresh here. 115 is gone. Yeah, done. That's your object-oriented programming. Everything can be turned into a object, a attribute as a feature of the class, and you can use it. But you need to understand the concept. If you are able to understand it, definitely you can tackle any sort of problem here. Is there any questions in object-oriented programming?
I have one question for this persistence class.
Yes, please.
Suppose we are using the persistence class to update the food operation human custom table. So
Uh,
if we just think for any performance tuning or performance kind of the perspective, so which is better? So we used to use this performance class to update any to do the food modification to any other table, or we can simply do the insert, update, modify in a single keyword by using the keyword.
See, when we talk about either normal function module or a method, what we see there, methods behavior has been found like 100,000 times better than a function module in form of performance wise, correct? Because they are related to objects. Objects will always have a better approach. So I will suggest better go with object-oriented programming in that situation.
Oh,
Yeah, that will seem a little bit lengthier here, correct?
mhm.
Yeah, that will seem a little bit lengthier here, but performance-wise it will be better. And here you don't have any dependency on any other thing. Everything is taken care by system, correct? We are just passing the values. Accordingly, it is performing the task.
Okay.
You can create here a parameter or select option. You can take input and pass it directly also, correct?
Mhm.
Yeah, it seems okay now.
Thank
Yeah, great. Any other questions other than this? Anyone else? Samya, Dhanlakshmi, anything from your side? Rasmiranjan, Rohit, Digvijay?
No.
Hmm. Okay. So a basic overview I wanted to give on object-oriented programming, and I believe now you guys are ready. So let's come to our second chapter, OData Services. Yeah, OData Services. So it is going to be a very interesting and perhaps this is the only important topics for ABAP developer in the current market scenario. Because front end has been changed, so no, there is no need of module pool programming anymore. Yeah, so things have changed completely now. Correct, Kuntal? You are experienced person here.
you. Yes, yes.
So before understanding about this, we need to understand the need of OData service. Need of OData services. Yeah, need of OData services. So that we can understand why we are learning this purpose, why we are learning this thing, what is the need of this. So let's understand it. We mainly have three-tiered architecture in SAP system at this moment also. correct? System. Very first one is your presentation layer. Then you have the application layer, and then you have the database layer. Now we have our HANA as a DB. We will come to that later on. Yeah. So if we talk about our earlier systems like ECC system, let's say ECC system, there our presentation layer was nothing but can I say SAP GUI, or we have module pool programming, correct? Where we used to take input and display the values. We have our selection screen is there, correct? Right? This is the way what we used to do. Also, we used to display ALV report. So they were our actual presentation layer, correct everyone? Please be responsive. Otherwise, it will become difficult to explain,
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes, yes.
Yes,
right?
sir.
So this was our presentation layer where we used to take some input and we used to display some output to the user. This was mainly for writing logic. This was mainly for writing logic, and this one earlier before HANA we had Oracle DB. So Oracle DB or Sybase or lots of databases are there. So for storing data. Over the period of time, what SAP realized that these things are not going to stand for a long period of time, because if you check your SAP GUI, it's not very user friendly. It do not gives much better user experience, correct? It do not gives much better user experience. It's very old and very traditional in nature. Nobody likes it, correct? Very old and traditional. Also highly dependent on this SAP server, correct?
Mhm.
The market was changing. So at that time, like I'm talking about, let's say before 2012. Let's go before that. Around, not before, let's make it around 2012. Market was changing and everyone was getting updated to browsers basically for almost for almost everything. Google Chrome came into market. Everybody started using search engine kind of thing, right? So at that time, lots of apps started to build. If you see, lots of apps are there like Amazon, or we saw Facebook came into picture after some period of time, correct? So this is a kind of app which provides us much better user experience. If we check, compare it with your SAP GUI, completely different situation here. If I'll go with these things, see here, it is providing a much better user experience. Lots of things are available here. So SAP saw this, everyone was moving towards browser. SAP also saw this. So SAP also saw this, and they also wanted to expose their ERP data to the browser so that they can attract bigger audience, much bigger audience. Yeah. They wanted to attract much bigger audience. Yeah. So what they did, they saw the language which is being highly used for developing this kind of browser running application, for developing these front-end applications basically, is JavaScript. Please understand the situation here. This language was JavaScript and it was open source. It was open source. Open source means it is free to use. Anybody can use it. without paying any license cost to anyone. So you can also develop your JavaScript application and sell it for free. So SAP saw this free open source language. Yeah, they took it and they developed one framework for themselves. Framework is nothing but collection of some libraries, classes built using the language. So they took it and they developed one framework and they named it UI5. They named this UI5. So using this UI5, UI5, now front-end developers can develop the front-end applications. Front-end applications which can directly run on the browser itself. Directly run on the browser itself. See, we are out of the SAP system now. No dependency on the server itself. Our application can be developed. You can see entire your BTP, if you go and check, if you check the BTP architecture, if you will go and check the BTP architecture, everything is there as a Fiori app itself. Let me just show a sample view for you. Yeah. See this, how things have changed completely. Compare it with your SAP GUI. Which one is better user friendly, guys? Which will provide much better user experience? This is
Browser.
completely on internet, right? Everybody was fascinated. I'm talking about 2012 and 14 scenario. At that time, BTP was not there. Fiori came on a different platform. But let's just compare with the same thing. Browser will definitely provide much better user experience. At this today, everybody wants to use mobile phones, tablet, and everybody wants to go for Chrome browser directly. So they developed a framework called UI5, and using this, front-end developers can develop front-end applications. This was around, it happens in 2012. Later, in 2014, they added some guidelines with these frameworks, like how to use it, how to use it. And this guideline was, and this framework combined with the guideline was called Fiori. So whenever you hear the word Fiori, Fiori is nothing but some guidelines combined with the UI5 framework. So things change completely with this revolution coming into picture. Around in 2014, a front-end framework came, which was named Fiori. So Fiori is your front-end now, is your front-end, and Fiori developers will develop the front-end applications. Yeah, that's the thing. So one more question you need to understand here. Our app is on the browser, correct? Our app is on the browser. So these front-end applications, if you check, these front-end applications. This front-end will run on the browser, and the browser mainly understands the HTTP and HTTPS requests. How many of you know this? If you talk about a browser, it mainly understands the hypertext transfer protocol or hypertext transfer secured protocol. Only this understand this kind of request. Yeah. So that's where your job comes into the picture. As a ABAPer, now what we are going to do, we will develop the APIs, application programming interfaces. Programming interfaces. We will be developing APIs using some rules. We will discuss that. And these APIs will interact with the browser or with our front-end app for performing CRUD operations. And our data is there on our DB. So we will develop the APIs by following some rules. These rules are your OData services. Are you trying to get what is the need of OData service?
Yes, sir. For me,
Guys, everyone, are you trying to understand this?
Yes, sir.
So ABAPers are now backend developers. Front-end developers are Fiori. Fiori developers are front-end developers. That's where your things are coming into picture. That's your OData is coming into picture. Introduction to OData. Yeah. What is OData? OData stands for Open Data Protocol. It's nothing but a protocol. If you have gone to your college days, there was a syllabus called computer networks, correct? And you might have heard protocol. Protocols nothing but set of rules. Set of rules here. This OData was initially developed by Microsoft. It was initially developed by Microsoft, not Microsoft, sorry, Oasis. Yeah, it was initially developed by Oasis, and later it was acquired by the Microsoft. At that time, Microsoft was one of the biggest player in the market. Still it is. So whenever it saw any revolution, it just acquired it, paid a bunch of amount to that and acquired it. What Microsoft did? Microsoft made some changes, and then it made it open source, free to use for everyone. They made it just open source. So whenever you hear this word OData, please do not consider it as a SAP property. OData is not a SAP property. Whatever you see with SAP, they have definitely copied it from most of the places. Very few things that they have developed from themselves. Rest everything they just took it from the market if they found it as a open source. It's not a SAP property. They integrated it with their architecture. They just did the same stuff. Yeah, correct. So if you have to define what you can say, OData is a protocol that is set of rules. Protocol. Okay. That is set of rules given by Microsoft, which we can use to develop REST services, service representational state transfer. We can develop the REST services here. That is APIs, which will help us to expose our existing on-premise ERP data on the browser. Yeah. So OData is not only SAP property, so it is not only dependent on ABAP. We can develop OData services using any programming language, like using .NET, you can use Java, you can use Python, you can use Node.js, you can use ABAP, etc. Lots of programming language you can use to develop this OData service. But as a ABAP developer, our only purpose is to go through ABAP. Okay, that's a basic overview on that part. And that's where our today's session ends. I hope you are getting a little bit of it, how this OData service came into picture. Everyone, are you getting
Yes,
Yes,
any
sir.
sir.
any confusion on this? If you will
Yes,
understand the flow,
I have
definitely you
one
will be able
question.
to develop it. Yes, Soumya, tell it.
As you shown that that BTP we can access on a browser, so can we say that it is cloud oriented as we can access on browser through our
No.
credentials?
BTP is cloud oriented. Earlier, see, when if you have to write, if you are a ABAPer, correct? So for any programming language, what do we need? We need a IDE, integrated development environment, where we can write the code. For ABAP, you have your SC38 as ABAP editor. Earlier, they have web IDE here. Earlier, they had web IDE. Now they have removed it. They moved the Fiori to BTP itself, where you are going to develop it. So I just wanted to show you a app. This is BTP itself is a web application itself now. That is a app you are able to open it, correct? Yes, it's app only now. So this app has been designed based on Fiori only. That's a pure Fiori. That is a Fiori itself. Cloud will take you somewhere else. Don't go for that part right now. Okay. Otherwise, you will be confused completely. This is a application. If you are talking about this Amazon, this is a application itself now. Huh? This is a application itself. It is hosted on a platform where you are able to get everything here. Now, if you will do the purchase, they will get the order and they will deliver it. Same approach is also here. Cloud do not mean something new. They started, the Amazon AWS, they started developing their cloud platform like back in 2004 itself. They knew that this change was going to come. BTP is a complete different stuff. If you will go and check, BTP is completely dependent on Google Cloud and AWS for their infrastructures. So I will not suggest anyone to go directly at that part because you are very new to these things first. Please understand the development part first. Okay. It's not about cloud. It's just a application running on the browser. Any application. If you have worked on Java, or let's say if you have worked on HTML, CSS based applications, or if you have worked on JavaScript ever, you would have developed lots of application in your college days also. just a app which you develop, it runs on the browser, correct? JavaScript do not needs any requires any environment for running the application. It can run directly free on the browser. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions on this? Kuntal, anything from your side?
Uh, Amit, just one question. So we can consider Fiori as a web-based application, right? So where we can just develop for
No, no,
the.
no. Fiori you can develop mobile-based, tablet-based, and web-based. All the three features they are allowing.
Oh,
All the three features they are allowing. That's why you can open this BTP directly on your mobile also. It will open in the same format. Just try to open it.
but
So
it
it, but it,
is interlinked or it's a completely different software.
I don't get
Fury and
that.
BTP. No, no, I mean, so that Fury and BTP is interlinked or it's
No, no, no.
completely.
Please understand. You don't get that. See, Fiori is a language. UI5 is a
Okay,
framework.
okay,
Using this Fiori, you can develop applications which are following industry standard. You can develop Fiori applications. This BTP is a platform which has been
okay,
developed using UI5 also. They have used UI5 here for to develop. This is a platform.
okay,
This is a platform which is used for lots of purpose. ABAP is there, your BTP cap is there, BTP wrap is there, your Fiori is there for development also. So this is a complete big platform which has been developed. This, if you go and check here, just check this Amazon in the backend, go for inspection. You will see how many programming language they have used. If you check this, see this, HTML is there, it will be always be there. Lots of things they have used. Script, JavaScript is there. So they have used lots of programming language to develop it. Same thing will be applied to this BTP also. Just go and inspect it.
yeah, but
See,
it's
without JavaScript, how you can develop a programming language? How you can develop any application for the front end part? See this SAP UI Bootstrap. See this UI5.sap.com. They are loading the UI5 framework. Using the UI5, they have developed this platform. That is a platform. UI5 is a language. It is a language. It is a framework.